Hey everyone, welcome to episode 2 of Quinnipiac and You, our philanthropic video series designed to help you make an impact here at Quinnipiac. And this week we are chatting with Director of Athletics, Greg Amodio. Greg, thanks so much for your time. There's probably only a few people on campus with a busier schedule than you, so we appreciate you squeezing us in.
All good. I appreciate you having me on and being part of this.
Fantastic. All right, let's start with this. Our supporters, our alumni, our fans, they see you at events, they see you at games.
Yeah.
What do you like to do when you're not at events and games, on the rare chance that you're not here?
Yeah, it's just a lot of time spent with family. We do a lot of traveling with my immediate family, which is really, really nice. I love just sitting on my patio, minding my own business. And, and anytime I get a chance, I'm more than happy to get out on the sound and do a little bit of fishing.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's a good way to spend some time. You've been here for a decade now,
Yeah.
Which has probably flown by, I'm sure. A lot has been accomplished under your leadership, but what are you most proud of?
Well, I'm most proud of the successes of our coaches and our student athletes. We talk all the time when you come to QU about, what our proposition is, and that's it's academic achievement, competitive excellence, community engagement, and how do we prepare you to be a Bobcat for life. So when I see our students do such a great job in the classroom, 3.63 GPA last semester, when I see us compete for championships and win a national championship, those are the types of things and impressions we want to have on our student athletes. And if we do the right thing while they're here, they'll be really happy and great alums for us upon graduation.
Yeah, and that's the idea, right?
Yeah,
speaking of alums, Bobcat Challenge is upon us, the biggest giving days of the year for Quinnipiac Athletics. Let's talk on the field. What are some of the ways that people supporting through Bobcat Challenge can make an impact for our student athletes for their success on the field?
Sure. Well, those dollars directly support our coaches and student athletes with things like travel, equipment, meals. Listen, everybody knows things are getting more and more expensive all the time. So we're trying to make sure that we can keep a high value proposition for our student athletes. And these dollars really help us do that.
Of course, it's not always about wins and losses. There's also the off the field aspect of things, off the playing field. What are some ways that philanthropy supports our student athletes in their success when they're not actually competing?
Sure. All the things behind the scenes, academics and strength and conditioning and nutrition and mental health are all critical components of what we try to offer our student athletes. And the Bobcat Challenge helps to facilitate all those needs.
Obviously, we would always encourage our donors to support a program that they feel most passionate about. If you really want to support a specific program, that's fantastic. But unrestricted dollars that could go into the athletics discretionary fund also make a huge impact. Why is that so important?
Well, those are, again, a lot of the collateral pieces. So one of the things we've rolled out in the last year is our Roaring with Success student development programming. And that's been a huge hit for our student athletes. It's offering them a ton of different information on financial literacy, NIL, study habits, sleep habits, all these different types of things that allow them to achieve at the highest level. So we're able to program around those things with dollars that we get through the athletic director's discretionary fund.
Fantastic. What would be your final message to alumni or supporters who are looking to make a difference with Bobcat Challenge this year?
Yeah, I'd say your dollars really make a significant difference in the life of our coaches and student athletes, especially for those of you who have been here as alumni student athletes. The impact that these dollars have on the program, and they help us to achieve at the highest level, both competitively and academically. So get out there, give, and know that your dollars are going to go back to help our student athletes achieve at the highest level.
Well said, Greg. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
Another critical way to support Bobcat Challenge is for our athletic alumni to join the Blue and Gold Society for their favorite team. For more about this, we chat with Cass Turner, head coach of the women's ice hockey program. All right, Coach, let's start with this. I know that when people see a program, they see wins and losses, right? And they think, okay, you need to have good players and good coaches to win games. But that's only one part of it, right? How important is it for you as somebody who's been able to cultivate an alumni base that's really supportive? How important is it for you to have that alumni base that continues to support your program year in and year out?
Yeah, it's everything. You really want a group that has a culture, a group that is a family. And I think that's what we feel when we're here. And we just had our alumni weekend a few weekends ago, and to see those women come back and watch the players on our team see how special that experience is for them to come back and be a part of this again. It's an amazing part of a program, and I think it's truly what creates a family.
We had an alumna tell us that you continue to reach out to your alumni with updates, invites back. And it was funny. I think she said something along the lines of, what kind of coach does this, right? Like, puts in that much effort. Why do you put in that effort for them?
Oh, because it matters. I believe firmly that everyone who's played here plays a role in where we are today. They play a role in the experience our athletes are getting. They really truly laid the groundwork for each step, and to see women's hockey and see our programs supported the way that we are right now and able to compete on the level that we are, they are a big, big part of this.
And one great way to do that, of course, is through the Blue and Gold Society. And you've been able to establish a really successful Blue and Gold Society for the women's hockey program. Just how impactful is that support from Blue and Gold members?
I mean, of course, financially, it makes a really big difference for our team. To do what we do, we need that support. But I will say, just walking by everyone's names when we go through the locker room, that to me is one of the most special moments, because, I think to different times that they were on our team, different things that they did for our program that made a difference, and for our athletes to see them there, it's I truly just being able to see their names helps them to be a big part of this.
Yeah. Do you feel that maybe there's a sense of connection to the past too for your current players to have those names in the locker room?
Yeah, absolutely. And, we do it too with their numbers in their stalls. They know who wore the number before them, who sat in that stall before them. So little pieces that make a big difference.
That's awesome. All right, Coach, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank
Good
you.
luck this year.
Thank you.
All right. If you would like to contribute to Blue and Gold Society, make sure you check out the link in our bio below on this video. And don't forget, Bobcat Challenge, October 21st and 22nd, your opportunity to make an impact for the teams that you support here at Quinnipiac.